So my first tip, which is missing from the presentation, is I really recommend you get outside of walking. I mean, I love walking. Once every 4 days, I take a it's back out great. Once every 4 days, I always take. Hey, Harley, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in too. I got this whole slide presentation, but I lost some of my slides. First time going live in a while. So what I really recommend everyone do during this quarantine is get outside of the house and just take a walk. I did a recent video on my YouTube channel about talking about all the benefits of getting outside and walking. I personally, like, once every 4 days, I take a 2-hour walk, and I want to show you a couple of pictures. Like this is called the North County Trail in Westchester, New York, and it takes me 1 hour to walk to this bridge. I absolutely love walking to this bridge, and this is the view from the bridge. This incredible view of the water here. It's so nice. I actually love it. So I do that once every 4 days. Plus, I do these multiple 10-minute walks all the time. Like, research has shown that 3 10-minute walks may even be more healthier than walking for 30 minutes straight, especially if you do these walks post-meal. Like, when you eat and then you take a 10-minute walk, I mean, it dramatically lowers blood sugar. It's almost like taking like metformin, like a diabetic type medication. Incredibly healthy to walk after we eat. So when I'm recommending everyone do, like my clients are texting me, I've been doing some Skyping with my clients, FaceTiming with them. I really recommend is that they either wake up first thing in the morning, take a 30-minute walk, or they can do a 10-minute walk after every meal. So you have your breakfast, you have a 10-minute walk, you have a lunch, 10-minute walk, dinner, 10-minute walk, And then I also would like people to do just a little bit of resistance type training, nothing intense. I mean, this is not the time to hit the gym your home gym really heavy and hard, because it actually weakens your immune system. Moderate exercise strengthens the immune system. Okay, so you want to do I think there's 3 basic movements I think everyone should do. If you can just do like 1 set of push-ups, if you can't do push-ups off the ground, you can do more for countertop, maybe 10 repetitions. Maybe you can do 20 reps of just body weight squats, 20 reps, nice and easy, and then hold a plank for 30 seconds. I also had some, I guess I'm messing up a little bit. I had some great pictures I want to show you guys, but I just cannot pull them up. I'm still not used to this software. Next time I do a live, I'll do a much better job. And if you can do that sequence, like take a 10-minute walk in the morning, come back, just do 10 push-ups, 20 squats, 30-minute plank, do that 3 times a day, you will be golden. It'll be an incredible thing. It'll get you through this quarantine. You'll be happy. You're not going to gain weight. You're going to just feel great. And hopefully, maybe you'll maintain some of these things. So that's my first tip, exercise-wise. My second tip for the quarantine, I do have the slide here, luckily, is I think this is an incredible time to learn how to cook. Oh, hey, brother, thanks for tuning in. I think it's an incredible time to learn how to cook. I find that over the years, my clients who don't cook, it's funny, I just had a conversation with one of my clients who I know their whole life is eating out and ordering in. They do not cook. They've been quarantined now for 2 weeks. The guy that I trained lost 5 pounds. His wife lost 3 pounds just because they're forced to cook their own food. You can't eat out and order in and expect to stay healthy. Yeah, so light exercise is better than. I do think that, yes. I think light exercise. Everything is that optimal dose. But if you push yourself too hard, you are creating a response. But in my opinion, you're also weakening your immune system. If you did it occasionally, but I think in now, when you have to be extra careful, I think the way to go is moderate to light exercise is the key to keep the immune system strong. Okay, so when it comes to the cooking, it's such an opportunity now to like go on YouTube, learn how to cook, watch some videos, go to Amazon, order some cookbooks. It'll be fun to do with the whole family. You have to learn how to cook. Me and my wife have been cooking for over 20 years, and we are really, really simple cooks. Let me see. I think I got a cooking, like for example, I gave you some little notes here on what I cook. We cook so simply, like for dinner. This is what we do for dinner just about every single night. What do you say? How light is better than immune system long term? Actually, I posted a video on my optimal routine, and I definitely cycle in from moderate to high intensity workouts, but I have to say, I would say 75% of the time, I work out moderate, light to moderate, and then I go for it. maybe 25% of the time. And I just follow a cycle. And I also coincide my eating with it. Like I talked about it in another video. I follow the intermittent fasting protocol, and I really I'm probably in a calorie deficit for, say, maybe 4 weeks. And then I like to start going off the intermittent fast. I up my calories, and that's when I hit the gym really hard and do high intensity. That's when maybe I'll train to failure. I'll up my weights in the gym, and I only do that for a week, and then I go right back into a moderate cycle. I've been doing this pretty regularly now and I followed this 5-week cycle. I think it works great, but I have to say I've overtrained for probably 25 years of my life, from the age of 16 until I was like 40 years old. I would pump and iron like 2 hours a day, overtraining. I had so many different issues, and now I smartened up in my 40s, and now I really cycle between moderate to high intensity, and if I say sometimes 5% of the time I do moderate exercise. Okay, so when it comes to the cooking, this is what me and my wife doing. It's so simple. We go with a piece of protein every single night. We're mostly pescatarians. We eat red meat occasionally, but mostly fish. Have a nice piece of like wild caught salmon, season it up real easy, salt, pepper, maybe a little Cajun spice. And I like to have 2 different colored vegetables all the time for dinner. Different colors, rainbow, different vitamins, different minerals, different nutrients. And this is my trick. I want to keep it so simple that I like to just put the whole meal in the oven at the same time. For example, I know that, maybe a nice 1-inch thick piece of salmon at 375 is going to cook 30-35 minutes, is going to be done. So for example, if I pick 2 vegetables, like say I bring cauliflower and say, which is white, say I pick like yellow squash, I'll cut the cauliflower up and the squash into small enough pieces so I know they're going to cook in the same amount of time as the salmon. And I season them up really simply too. Maybe salt, pepper, maybe a little, we like turmeric, I think it's healthy, those type of spices, a little extra virgin olive oil. We throw it in the oven, 10-minute prep time, meal's done in 35 minutes. I mean, we eat like that 90% of the time. And I'm not saying that we're great cooks, but this is an opportunity to start cooking. Go on YouTube, learn how to cook. And my lunches are really simple. I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, Mike Kohler Fitness on Instagram, you see my lunches all the time. I'm always having like sardines. You open up a can of sardines in 1 minute. An avocado, I cut up a fresh avocado in 1 minute. I open up a jar of pickles. I like to eat fermented food, feeds the good bacteria in your stomach. I'll have some sauerkraut, maybe hard boil a couple of eggs. I mean, that's real simple whole food eating. And if you eat like this, I think you're going to fall into the ideal macronutrient ratios as well. See, most of my calories do come from fat. I'm probably about 50-60% fat, maybe 20-30% protein, maybe 10, 15, 20% carbs. But I don't chase fat. Like I don't put butter on things. I don't like put butter in my coffee. I don't put mayonnaise. I just eat whole natural foods that are just naturally high in fat. Eggs are high in fat. Like salmon is high in fat. Avocados high in monounsaturated fats. And I think that's the ideal macronutrient ratio. But just the main point from this, my second tip is you can't think you're going to be healthy, eating out all the time and ordering foods in. You're ordering in food. You really have to learn to cook. Okay, now my third tip, this is kind of what I'm known for a little bit with this YouTube channel, is intermittent fasting. I think the worst thing you can do during this quarantine is just to graze all day long, eating from morning to night, multiple small meals a day, just always throwing something in your mouth. You're probably eating out of boredom. You don't even need it. And, you're constantly spiking insulin. This is a great opportunity. You can challenge the whole family to try intermittent fasting and keep it simple. You don't even have to do it every day. Sit the whole family down and say, guys, tomorrow we're going to follow the 16-8 intermittent fasting protocol. You know what it is if you follow my channel. But intermittent fasting just means that you're going to limit your calories to a smaller eating window. So 16-8 means that you're going to fast for 16 hours and then you take in all your calories within just an 8-hour eating window. So we like to skip breakfast. I think it's more social to skip breakfast, to have dinner, with your wife and kids at night. But you can eat breakfast and have like a late lunch and skip dinner. But for example, say you're skipping breakfast. You decide the whole family is doing it tomorrow, 16-8. You wake up, you're allowed to have black coffee, you can have green tea, you can have herbal teas, any no-calorie liquids. You just can't put cream, you can't put sugar, you can't put stuff like that in your coffee. So have a couple of cups of coffee, You can drink some Pellegrino water, some mineral water high in magnesium, which is really healthy, great for you. Every liter of Pellegrino, what people don't realize this, has about 50 milligrams of magnesium. You want 400 milligrams every single day, so you get a decent amount just from drinking a liter of Pellegrino. And I definitely believe in that classic formula: drink half your weight in ounces every single day of water. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you want 75 ounces of water minimally every single day. So, and then with the 16-8, you're going to sit down 12 o'clock. You got the whole family's going to make a nice meal. You can just do all that stuff I just talked about, maybe some sardines. I know kids don't like sardines, but you can have some tuna fish, things like that, with an avocado, maybe some pickles, or a couple of hard-boiled eggs, really simple cooking. And then you're going to have dinner around 7 o'clock in the evening, be done eating by 8 o'clock, no snacks after that. I like to do it with 2 meals a day, but during the quarantine, if you want to snack, obviously, and eat within that 8-hour eating window, you can. You're going to have some nuts, maybe some dark chocolate, 85% or higher, a lot of polyphenols in chocolate and dark chocolate. I'm a big believer in 85% dark chocolate, but make it a rule. I mean, get the family excited about it. It's a great time to try this intermittent fasting. You don't have to do it every day. Say you're going to do it like Monday, Wednesday, Friday till this quarantine is over. And these are the things I hope that something's good is going to come out of this, this quarantine, this virus, like habits and routines that you establish. Now that you have the time to think about it, you got the whole family there. If you can just stay with this to some degree once this quarantine is over, for example, stay with those 10-minute walks a day. Stay with doing some calisthenics a few days a week, just push-ups, squats, and planks. Learn how to cook. Start cooking dinner. Eat out much less, only on special occasions. Maybe go out on a Saturday night once a week, all the time you're cooking. And then just periodically do intermittent fasting. I think it could be a really good thing. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this live presentation. I appreciate everyone who tuned in. This is my first time doing this in a while. I plan on getting better at it. I guess my slideshow kind of messed up a little bit, but I think the picture quality looks pretty good to me. Oh, you're alone at home. Oh, well, that's good. That's good. Are you quarantined over there too? I mean, I know you're from I know you're not from the U.S. How is it out of the U.S.? Okay, I don't know. Maybe there's could be sound delays here too, but I'm glad that a few people tuned in. This is great. If you let me know if you want me to do more of ththese lives. I can even go live almost a fixed time all the time. Okay, the whole family I'm not going to. But yeah, I know that's the thing with too. Typically my parents are in their late 70s, and I typically would see them every single Monday night. They come over, we have dinner, and then a lot of times, if you guys follow me too, I do that old mat on Holland. Wow, cool. I always wanted to go to Holland. On Sundays, I'm an OMAD guy, meaning that I fast all day long for like 22 hours, and then I break my fast. Generally, my brother comes over. We have this 2-3 hour feasting meal. Oh, at work, we put in 3 good. Wow, I know. I guess it's going across this world. Hopefully, this is going to just pass us, this whole thing. But hopefully, like I'm saying, maybe some good things ultimately will come out of it. I miss seeing my parents. We've been FaceTiming my parents and doing all that type of stuff. My brother, too, I normally see him and his kids. My niece and my nephew, every single week I haven't been seeing them. It's very bizarre. It's kind of surreal out there. Luckily I'm able to go to my gym because no one's there. It's just me. It's a small gym. I've been working out there. My kids have been going, but I've been closed for like almost 3 weeks now. Unbelievable. Women especially yeah, I know. It's a lot of stress. It's interesting. It's so weird just to drive through your town. Actually, my father owns a hair salon. It's funny because the hair salon business is very similar to the personal training business. It's really similar. You're dealing with clientele like that, and he's got like 20 employees. He had to close the shop down. It's really difficult. A lot of people having a really difficult time. A lot of expenses. It's funny. I paid my rent today for my gym, but I've been closed for 3 weeks. I'm going to dip into my savings, pay the rent. Hopefully, this thing will be over in a couple of months. Yes, luckily we have computers. I know it's amazing. This is really good. I know me just personally, this is going to change the gym business. I think, it's going to change everything. I remember, because I've been doing this for 30 years. I remember in 2008, personal training was even bigger than it was now, like these little studios like mine. But after 2008, the financial crisis came, And, I was able to survive because I've been doing it for so long, and I have clients with me for like, I've been training some same people, some people 25, 30 years. But mostly everything went from personal training into groups. Like these little studios, like my gym couldn't survive. I did, but most couldn't. They had to go to like group training where they would train 3 people at a time, or they would do like little mini classes. And now what I think is going to happen, I think people are going to be reluctant to go back to these big gyms. I think there's so much of it is going to be going online. Now you got that mirror, you got the Peloton. I think all those things are going to get tremendous. Also, out of work. I know this is really, it's really tough time. I know in the U.S. though they're releasing all these different um, aid programs. I think every adult's going to get like 1,200, and every kid's getting like 500 or 600, and it's going to be like small business loans. And I think they're enhancing unemployment benefits. My dad just called me early. He said, yeah, they're going to be giving I think $600 of unemployment insurance in addition to what you would normally get. So we'll see what happens. With the gym closed, sounds like a great time to put together. Yes, I know that Harley. I definitely want to do it. I've been working on it for a long. I shouldn't say I've been. I want to do these YouTube videos, right? Put these YouTube videos out, and I've been working on a course. I wanted to do like my own intermittent fasting type course. Like I want to call it like permanent weight loss through intermittent fasting and low carb eating. And I've been working on it, but I still haven't picked the proper platform. But I think I'm really going to do it. I think I'm really going to try to do it over the next. I mean, I think it's going to be maybe 2-3 months before I get. Hey, Ace, what's up? Thanks for stopping in. I think it's going to be 2-3 months before I get my gym open. So I'm going to try to I really should get that online course going. And sorry guys, if I'm looking down, I still haven't adjusted this live thing. I have my cameras high and my notes are on the computer, like right in front of me. And I keep on looking at my notes. So I still have to get this live thing going too. So how you doing, Ace? Everything good? Yeah, mineral water. Yeah, that's right. I love that Pellegrino mineral water. Hey, Jim, thanks for stopping by too. Oh, you're doing great with the 2 meals a day. Fantastic. I love it. I mean, that's my thing. I think that's 2 meals a day. I think it's something like sustainable. That's something you can do for the rest of your life. You're going to be in a calorie deficit probably most of the time, and then just up your calories every now and then. I think you can do that indefinitely. It's probably my favorite formula is really the 2 meal a day diet. I actually love it. Oh, yeah, I'm working. Oh, you working on a course too, Harley? Great. I mean, with what you do, the fix it type stuff. I mean, that's really perfect for people working on those home projects. I mean, I love your channel. I mean, I've learned something every time I watch one of your videos. Definitely great. Okay. All right, guys. Any other questions? I really appreciate everyone tuning in. This is great. Next time I do it, I'm going to announce it. I may pick like I was saying, maybe a set time, maybe 7, 8 o'clock, and try to do something every night, or maybe every other night. I don't know. I don't know. Let me know too if you like these, like the slide presentations, if you like pictures, or would you rather me just talking, or even pick a topic. We'll talk about it. But I hope everyone's staying healthy. I'm looking forward to this whole carnivore thing, Corona thing passing. All right. Take care, everyone. God bless, and have a good night. Take care. Thanks for tuning in.